What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to EP09. Alright, so we're going to start this one off with a bang, you guys. Pablo Llopis, I think I've got that correct there, he's currently 1 week out from the big man weekend, and I was honestly blown away when I saw this update here, you guys. Pablo is big, round, full, proportionate, separated, vascular. He's got great flow. I mean, from the front, he's the all-around package. Round shoulders, sweeping quads, good separation in the quads as well. Just really impressive overall. Now, Pablo last competed in the 2022 Big Man Weekend where he took 9th place, and it looks like he's put on a fair bit of quality size since that show. He needed to grow basically everywhere, and it looks like he did exactly that. Now, I will say that his side tricep could use some work in terms of posing execution, at least from what we're seeing here, and he still looks like he needs more overall size to really hang with the big boys out there, but you can see the potential, and it does look like he'll be improved from his last showing. So we'll have to keep an eye on this guy, because I think he's got some serious potential in the IFBB. So moving right along here, our next update is from William Martins, and there hasn't really been many people out there talking about William these days, but I have a feeling that's going to change the next time he hits the stage. So William is currently sitting around 145 kilograms in these updates, or 320 pounds, you guys. Absolutely massive. He's got Chad Nichols in his corner as his coach, and he is the definition of an absolute freak of nature. And William is just the latest example of the fact that the mass monsters are making a serious comeback in open bodybuilding. Now, William is currently scheduled to compete in the upcoming Legion Sports Fest, which puts him at about 11 weeks out right now, and I don't know if he was getting some criticism online or what inspired this caption on his latest post, but he said here, "In a world where genetics are overpriced, they are devaluing hard work and the will to win. They are killing dreams for not being born with the best structure. Bodybuilding was never that. Keep working hard and f*** off." So some very strong words here, you guys. Very strong words. But you know who else praised hard work over genetics? Oh, just a guy named Dorian Yates, you know, the Shadow, 4-time Mr. Olympia. I mean, you guys, honestly, aside from not having the smallest midsection out there, I'm not seeing the genetic pitfalls that he might be talking about. And even for having a wider waistline, or maybe overdeveloped, obliques, either way, his shoulder and lat width, as well as his quad sweep, make his waist appear smaller, which is what bodybuilding is all about. Rich Piana used to say it all the time. Bodybuilding is about the illusion of a perfect physique. But really, there's no illusion here with William. He's a mass monster, he looks on track to bring the conditioning, and from the sounds of it, he's ready to make a statement. Alright, so we got a couple of updates here from Iain Valliere, and Iain is overall looking on track at around 15 weeks out of the Olympia. His chest looks fixed or fuller or whatever you want to call it with the flaw that we saw at the Toronto Pro, so that's pretty encouraging. Now we know Iain has been trying to make some changes to his posing this year for the upcoming Olympia, and not at the last minute again, but part of the original plan that Iain cannot veer away from is to make sure that he's bringing the freak factor and that hard grainy conditioning. When he does that, that's actually when he has the best flow to his overall physique. He's got to be bursting full and hard and grainy, and that's the best possible way that Iain can make it back into that top 10. Now, can Iain improve on his best placing of 7th at the Olympia this year? He actually finished 7th place twice. Considering all of the competition out there right now, can we really see Iain Valliere cracking the top 6 at the 2023 Olympia and make that first call-out? And honestly, I think that's a pretty tall order, you guys. Even if Iain brings a package to the Olympia that is drastically improved, that top 6 is just stacked this year. The top 10 is stacked this year. So let me know in the comments below where you guys see Iain Valliere landing in the Olympia lineup this year. Alright, last up, after finishing 2nd place in the Classic Physique division at the Empro Classic, Stephane Matala has been relatively quiet on social media compared to the weeks and months leading up to the Empro. But it looks like he's planning on getting back on stage sooner than later. So you can see here Stephane posted an update with his current weight. He's currently around 101.4 kilograms or about 223 pounds, and he says here several weeks to boost volume. So, it looks like Stephane is going to be competing again soon, you guys. Much sooner than I thought he was going to. But we all know how much he had to suffer to get down to the classic weight cutoff. The majority of that suffering is done, I will say that, but it's still a lot of effort and a lot of strain on his body to even maintain this level of conditioning. I mean, it's been months and months, you guys. It's got to be getting close to a year. And I assume he's sticking with classic. He took second place already, so he knows he can be competitive there. So there's a chance we may still see Stephane Matala on the Olympia stage this year. And of course, he's looking very impressive in these updates. Stephane in Classic is just like Dennis James used to be in the Open. In the gym, he's Mr. Olympia. But on stage, it's a bit of a different story. He's still very impressive on stage, and I do think he can make it to the Olympia this year, but I think the Empro showed us all that Stephane still has some work to do, and zero wiggle room to work with in the Classic weight cutoff. So I'm still quite intrigued by where he might be competing, and we'll wait for confirmation on what show he plans on doing. Anyway, that's it for me in this video, you guys. Stay tuned, we've got the Chicago Pro happening today. I'll have all the updates for you guys right here. Thank you for tuning in to EP09. Be sure to like and subscribe.